Welcome back. Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy. And before I get started, I'd like to say thanks to Bestech Knives who sent this knife out for review. And this is a brand new model that hasn't yet hit stores yet, and that is the Bestech. Is it Paladin? Paladin. Let's call it the Paladin. What we have here is somewhat of an upswept, like Persian style blade with some nice beautiful vertical satin grind on there, almost a full flat grind. Feels decently thin behind the edge, and you have a swedge up here, almost full length, stops just shy of the tip and starts right here at the jimping. Your flats have a stonewashed black coating on it, and you have the Bestech knives, Bestech logo on this side. Flip it over, you have the name of the knife and the steel designation, which is D2. And right here, something that I noticed, you have a very, very precise point for piercing. It's like needle-like, and definitely get the job done. Your sharpening choil is done nicely. You shouldn't have any flaring going on, or at least it doesn't look like. You might have a little, just a titch right there. Definitely a sharpening choil, not going to be finger choil, because the blade hooks back right there and you'll definitely get yourself. Let's check out the jimping. I'll tell you what, this jimping right here is very, very effective. Whenever you just running right here is okay. When you lock in, it locks into the meat of your thumb. And I think they've achieved that by not putting the coating on the top of there, and you have some nice peaks right there. So not overly aggressive, but definitely does a good job of locking into your thumb. Let's close the knife and check out the flipper tab. It's not crazy big, and you can see it's got jimping right there for the light switch method, and then a flat top for the push button. So let's check these out. Your light switch, very, very nice and snappy. It's riding on ceramic ball bearings and ceramic detent, and then that push button, just as nice. So both methods work about equally. Say you might have a little bit of an edge. Yeah, you have a little bit of an edge doing the push button, and it's nice and comfortable being that you have that flat portion right there to push down on. So very nicely done. I like having both methods accessible and comfortable. Let's get into the G10. You have this nice orange G10. Not really a polish, but it's well finished. It's kind of smooth. You have some contouring going on right here and right here, and everything's pretty soft. You don't have any real rough edges or anything. Everything's nice and beveled. You have the standard Bestech logoed pivot and standard T6 hardware in the back over here. You have a matching orange G10 backspacer, and definitely don't have to worry about that edge being too close to where you're going to cut yourself. It's nice and recessed down in the handle scales, so that's a nice thing. And look at this blade to handle ratio, pretty much 1-to-1. You don't have to worry about touching that tip because the backspacer comes up there acting as a guard. You have a nice slender package, nice and compact. Everything's kind of tucked away. And of course I put up my calipers. Let's see, the pocket clip's just a standard bent pocket clip. Got some pretty strong retention on there. Let's see what it looks like in a simulated pocket. Let's see. You got enough rise up there that it should scoop the pocket, and a good bit is disappears in the pocket. So I like that. That way you got something to grab onto. I mean, I like my deep carry too, but this is the best of both worlds in my eyes. So there you go. Good bit of it disappears in your slanted pockets like that. You still got enough to pull it out of the pocket. You do have a lanyard hole that should be able to fit 550 pretty easily. Let's check out this knife. Feels pretty lightweight. It's got inset stainless liners, and let's see. You have some nice milling up top right there to save on weight and to balance the knife. I noticed Bestech does a great job of balancing their knives. Let's see. Yep, right there in the middle of that choil, which makes the knife feel a lot lighter than it actually is. Let's get a length so y'all can have an idea of how big this knife is. This is a full-size knife. Let's see. You have an overall length of just shy of 8.5, about 8 3/8 total length, with a blade length just a little bit over 3.5, with about a 3 3/4 inch cutting edge. And let's get a grip area. Your grip area is right at 4 inches, so you got a full-size handle. And just from the looks of it, it looks like the blade is bigger than the handle, and of course we know that's not possible, but they did a great job of tucking all that blade into the handle and not having to worry about, you know, catching your finger on that tip. Great job there. Let's see, you have a nice little contoured area right here to be able to get into that lock bar. You have some jimping that's not aggressive, but it does help grab onto that lock bar and get that traction. So it makes it easy to get in there and disengage that lock bar. Let's see. Their ergonomics being that this is a pretty straightforward handle. I like this little flare at the back right here. You got this forward choil and this guard right here from the flipper tab, and then everything just locks in. It's very, very comfortable in this grip. I don't feel the clip at all. And my hammer grip, very comfortable. This grip, I do feel that rise up on the clip, but that's just in this grip that I hardly ever use. And this grip is very comfortable because you have that slanted part right there. Very comfortable, even though I would never use this grip. And my favorite pinch grip is decently comfortable. You do have a flat section right here, so there you go. Let's get a quick weight on this guy, and I'll get a few size comparisons. This guy, it feels super light for like almost an 8.5 inch knife. Let's see what it's running. 4.46 ounces, and that just goes to show you, I mean, that's light for its size, especially for having stainless liners. But the balance, if you get this in hand, it feels so much lighter than 4+ ounces. And that's the beauty of having a well-balanced knife. And that's something that I've noticed Bestech definitely prides themselves on, is making a well-balanced knife. Let's get some size comparisons and some competition in this price category. I think this, I'm not certain, but most of their D2 models, I think they've all came in at $52, so it should be around that price point. Let's see, this is the Cut Jack 3.5 inch, and it's bigger than the Cut Jack. The old Spyderco Delica 4, of course, it's towering over the Delica. And it's in between the Delica and the Endura, because here's the Endura. The Endura has about the same blade. Yeah, it's almost identical blade length, but the Endura has a good bit bigger handle. Because look, let's line up those edges, and you might actually have more cutting edge in the Paladin. There you go, lining up the cutting edges. One more. My heavily modified or reground Timberline Simba, as Jimmy Slash would say. And there you go. The Simba is about a 1/4 inch shorter in blade length than the Paladin. So the Paladin's a full-size knife. Definitely an interesting offering. I enjoy these upswept blades. You have a nice portion of flat area, and then you have this belly. So best of both worlds there. And like I said, this guy feels nice and thin. Let's see how sharp it came out of box. Let's check it out. Yeah, Bestech does an excellent job of giving you a razor sharp knife. They listen to that, no resistance. They do an excellent job. That was my fault on that one. Love it whenever a company sends you a very sharp knife. Nobody wants a dull knife out of box. Nobody has time for that. Alright, there you go. It's just a quick look. My first impressions of a brand new one coming out. Should be coming out soon in the next month or so. The Bestech Paladin. Paladin. Whatever. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. Let me know what y'all think about this new model. Let me know if it's one that you're interested in picking up. And hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful day. Be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.